It's the most glorious time of the year. It's Fender Custom Shop time. The last time we did a video about this was in the grand old year of 2019, the time before.
Was it that long ago?
2019.
Wow.
Is when we first talked about how to build a Fender Custom Shop and how to order
These
one.
tiny little tools. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Not us build a Fender Custom
No,
Shop.
we have no idea what we're doing. We just get to play them and sell them.
Yeah,
But we thought we'd just sort of run through the process. A lot of people ask, and even if you're not interested in doing it in genuine, like, it's still fun to know the process.
Yeah.
And I want to give you a basic idea, and we'll walk through. I built it in 10 steps.
10 steps.
We can just follow us along this journeyful road, and we'll have a great time. And hopefully we can help you have a great experience with the Fender Custom Shop. So step number one. Well, before that, you would probably want a custom shop. And you'd say, I don't know, what should I do?
When you're ready.
When you're ready. That's the pitch. I think that's their slogan. But step number one is find a dealer you like, trust, and want to work with. This is one of the most important parts of your decision-making processes besides what kind of guitar it is. Just make sure you're going to have a good relationship. Every dealer works differently. Some are fantastic. Some are average. Some are terrible. But no, but
I was gonna say picking the dealer is gonna determine a lot about the process, because if you pick some dealers, it's not gonna be much of a process. It's gonna be, I'd like this, and then they'll order it. No, if it's the master builder, they'll tell you who your master builder is, and that's the
spec in, guitar out.
It's like
That's kinda how it
if this was a choose your own adventure book and you made this choice, it would be the one where the book ends like right there on page 3. You know,
we're old enough to know that. So it is like our process at Casino Guitars is lengthy.
A little
I
bit.
would say,
Can be.
compared to, but we enjoy it. We think it's important to take time with the build, to take time specking it out, to go back and forth a few times at least. I almost insist on a phone call.
Yep.
I'd say 99% of the time.
Sometimes a Zoom.
Zoom is great. I do a lot of international when I'm talking to people just overseas.
Occasionally, I have ones that we just email. You know what I mean? It just depends on how in depth it is, and if if you need like you know what you want like conceptually, but you're not sure which specs get you there, for sure, phone call or Zoom meeting.
Speaking of that, number 2, that's contact the shop that you're ready to set up your first telephone or FaceTime appointment.
There you go.
So that's sort of you've already you've picked your shop, contact the shop. Number 3 is when you start figuring out the guitar, and you're gonna do this with the shop, or you might already have this decided. Decide on the base model.
It's true.
Do you want a Strat? Do you want a bass 6? That's pretty much it. I'm kidding. Or a Tele, or a Jaguar, or a Jazzmaster, or a P-Bass, or a J-Bass.
Pick all sorts of things.
Or a 12-string, or a ukulele 8-string. But you can go anywhere on that side. Then you have to, number 4, select your build level.
Nope.
That is either
Team build?
or they call that custom build now.
Custom build now.
Or master build.
I'm old school. I'm a dinosaur.
I know, it's like it did a change. It's so you get your custom build, or I'm still trying to learn this, or your master build.
That's right.
And then that's sort of deciding. Master build is when you're having one person from start to finish sort of work with you on that guitar, and you sort of design the guitar with your shop and yourself. And then once it gets into the queue and into line with that master builder, he's going to start to get in touch with you and work on that as well. Right. Custom build is when the small select team of the Fender Custom Shop will build that guitar. It usually still is 1 or 2 people building that guitar.
Yeah, and I mean, this is not to harp on the first thing, but this is another one of those things. Like, that is an option when we submit the form to Fender. It asks us, would we like the master builder to contact our customer? We always say yes, because we think that's fun and it's important to make sure you're getting exactly what you want. But sometimes, if it's a place where they're just kind of like trying to turn a burn, or they just want to put in the order and then the guitar show up one day, maybe they're not going to even mention that.
We are a nightmare for the Fender Custom Shop.
They probably is.
It's okay. I like them a lot.
They also love us.
But no, we are very involved. Like, it's the name of who this guitar is being built for is very important within our build cycle, and giving to the custom shop and making this a personal connection. And I do want the custom shop, if it's a master build, to contact both us at the shop and the end user of this instrument before the build starts.
Right. But not an option on the custom build stuff.
Correct. No, we do keep like sort of a walking queue, and so when those start production, but definitely it's not as communicative. It's just once you decide on the specs, you're sort of in there. Number 5, this is where you dive into the design, and you actually work all the details out, from the engine, which are your pickups, to every little nook and cranny in between, to your neck carves, to your slab boards, your lamb boards.
What bridge you want? Do you want dark tint? Do you want light tint? Do you want medium
Or
tint?
the most important question of all, to relic or not to
No.
relic? That is
And
the
all
question.
the things in between.
There is, from closet classics to NOS to ultra relic.
Journeyman with closet classic hardware. There's all sorts of things. You can do journeyman body with a relic neck. You can do all sorts of things.
This part really does take a while, and at Casino Guitars, we do like to spend a lot of time going through each spec.
Yeah.
And sort of like getting everything just how you like it. And once we get to a certain level, we can take that and we start working with the custom shop ourselves. And then we kind of enter number 6.
I will say, before we go to number 6, that's probably the one that when I talk to folks, it changes the most. Because sometimes they say, I want blah, journeyman, or I want relic. And then they describe what they want, and those two things sometimes don't line up. So then when we get to talking about it, that's when I can help them figure out, oh, no, okay, you just like checking you don't really want dings, so we're going to do journeyman. I'm going to send that in as a note to our lovely little friend Ed, who, is
I
our
feel like
go-between.
Ed's really big. I feel like he's tall.
He probably, I hope
think
he
he's
is.
like 6'6".
I hope he is.
And he like smashes concrete with his hands.
I
in
hope
his
those
spare
are all
time.
true things.
I know his son's a shredder of the guitar. He works at the Fender Custom Shop.
Nice.
We like him a lot. And
Bet
Kurt
you.
and the whole gang. Yeah, so that's so where were we? Number 6?
Number 6.
About? 6 is once we have all that, we submit for the Matrix, aka the Floor Traveler. So that is when they are going to actually work with us on building a Floor Traveler, which is the Matrix form where we can see the actual build in text format.
Yes.
And when I see these, I call it the Matrix so that I can see the guitar when I read these at this point, because I've seen so many. You have as well. And this is a really important part, because then after that, we enter straight into number 7, which is the review. And that's something that we like to take time doing. We're going to review it. We want you to review it, but we also want to get on the phone again or the internet and maybe review it together.
That's because, there's so many things on the Floor Traveler, sometimes more things than we even sent as specs, right? That we just want to make sure it's exactly what you want. Sometimes it's things maybe we didn't talk about, or you didn't even know that I don't want that nut width. There's all sorts of little things. So the review is super important, and it's the whole, measure twice, cut once idea.
That's neat. That's a good carpenter thing.
So.
And what's neat with the custom shop too is like if there's pieces that we might have missed or omitted on purpose, like they have the creative license to sort of fill that in for us and help a little bit. That's their job.
Of course.
And they make it better theoretically. And if it's something we don't like, switch it, cut.
Or we can talk to them about it too. Hey, why'd you choose this? Is there a reason?
I literally have a chain with the custom shop on like some builds. There's might be 60 to 100 emails on one guitar.
Oh my Lord, yeah, for sure.
And just going back and forth, because it's very important to get every spec and detail right, especially on your custom builds, because once you do get to the next level, which is number 8, is submit the order. And once you submit, that is when the deposit's going to be asked for most likely. Every shop is different. And your Floor Traveler is going to go into the queue.
Yes.
And And the wait keeps going up, unfortunately. It was 8 months, and now just add another 10 months on top of
We're
that.
at about
sometime.
18 months right now.
It might drop back down again soon, we hope. I'm sort of knocking on wood that will happen. And once you're submitted, like the guitar is in line, and we enter number 9.
The waiting is the hardest.
The long wait begins.
wait.
I love Jethro Tull.
Aqualung for life, baby.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
No, so
flute.
there is a wait. So it can be less than you think. Like we've seen the wait sort of explode, and then but every once in a while a guitar shows up. We just had a guitar show up that was a 10-month wait, and it's getting ready to go to one of my favorite people. It's a beautiful, strange blue Stratocaster. I'm so excited to send off into the world to go find its little forever home. It's got a long trip though. I can't wait. It's going to be flying over oceans and things.
Away and gone.
But that's now the final step, number 10.
Receive your dream guitar.
That's it. I mean, that's pretty much. Once the wait is over, the guitar is going to be finalized. It's going to come to the shop that you're working with. They will theoretically inspect it. We inspect everything and we play everything voraciously. Don't worry, not really, but we do. Yeah, sometimes. No, but it's like this blue one that just came in is spectacular.
Yeah, it is.
It's sometimes you're like, ooh, So we'll go through everything because things can still happen in transit from the custom shop to us or anywhere. So we're going to inspect it. If anything does happen, we're going to fix it, or we're going to have that remedied with the custom shop before this guitar is sent on to you.
Of course.
That's when the final payments usually happen as well.
Yep.
And shipping information, t-shirt sizes, lovely notes written and whatnots. If we're in note writing moods. And then a guitar is packed safely exactly how they would come from the custom shop and onto you. That is the journey from start to finish.
The life cycle
of how to do it. There's a lot more that goes into it, obviously. We're trying to keep it in a certain time frame here.
That was a pretty good synopsis.
I think it was pretty good.
I think we did it very, very well.
It's, we didn't get into movies or anything.
We did not get off topic.
That was hard.
I was gonna say, for us, we have a form with most of the stuff on our website. If you fill out our form, we get a ton of them. So we diligently, Baxter and I sit in our little cubicles next to each other with our elbows touching, and we go through them and answer, but sometimes it takes a little bit. So if you just cannot wait to get in there with the form, you can always, I think like we said, you can call us. Or,
that's the best way to skip all that. Because I'm going to ask for a phone call anyway. Yeah. And I'm going to want to sort of, and sometimes what I like to do is even like I have your form, I'm looking at it. I like to rebuild it all from scratch anyway, just to sort of see where your brain is that day, or if you were really locked in on that one guitar.
I usually do it that way too. I go through the form and I just say, I don't always say, oh, here's what you said. What about this thing,
And,
Just, like
casino guitars, like Jonathan and I help folks build guitars. We also have other characters here from Sean and James and Derek and Zach that are also involved in the building of these custom shops. I mean, we're the best.
Well, goes without saying.
Not really, but if mine are actually the best. If you want a bass 6, I'm the guy you call.
I'm just definitely saying, the bass 6 guy.
You want a weird guitar that only 5 people want, I'm the guy you call.
That's the one.
I got you. You want something normal?
In pink, in strange tones of pink.
No, but seriously, thanks for watching. We love helping with these. It's a ton of fun. And just thanks for sharing your time with us too. It means a lot just to spend some time. And I know you could be doing anything else. We hope this was fun a little bit, hopefully a little bit illuminating.
Illuminating, I like it.
And if you have any questions, just fire them at us in the comments or shoot us an email or a call.
Do those things, yes.
That's all I have to say, John.
And also, hit like, hit subscribe, click the bell, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. There you go.
That's Jonathan for you.
Just like Will Smith.
Hey.
Touching Chris Rock. That's how you hit the like
button. That's going to be such an... That won't even be around anymore by the time.
Oh, it will. Memes are forever, Baxter. You just wait and see.
I hope not.
Memes
I want that to go away.
Forever.
Thank you guys for watching. Happy building.